So, just before we finish the level up, I just wanted to showcase that you can see the next level hidden in the to give it a little bit of a tease to where you're going. Well, it looks like I'm on foot from here. Gotta be getting close now. I've had just about enough of this jungle. Where'd that chopper come from? Holy crap, it's the temple. So, I just wanted to point out that while the player's just gone through a small funnel and reveal, I also wanted to incorporate a bit of a bait and switch by having the helicopter come from the right side of the screen. So instead of the player immediately turning left and seeing the temple, they get greeted with kind of a surprise helicopter, which will make them look right, and then they get to look left again at the temple, which should hopefully enhance their reward, because originally they think there's nothing here. That was a close one. What on earth is Coastline doing here?
They must be here for the temple too. Might have followed our trail here. Hey, you better find the artifact before they do.
What are they doing already out this far? What have they got us all the way out here for? Ivanovich thinks there might be something important out here. Seems like a dud post to me. The temple's what we came here for. So, just before we jump ahead into the combat, I just wanted to point it out that while this is an overlook and introduction to the combat, so I provide the player with, an easy kill, a lot of high ground, and the enemies facing away. But I also just wanted to highlight that player agency is still a core feature in this combat section. So if you take the left and crouch down behind the rocks, you can perform a stealth takedown on the close guard if you want to take that stealthy approach, or you can flank down to the right and then try and get a better angle. Here, I just wanted to point out that this is the first in quotes optional collectible that the player will have. While it's hard to miss, that is the intent, because I want to introduce the players to the collectibles, but it is still optional because you can avoid it. Got a nice view here. Got a better look at the temple, although it looks like it's in rough shape. So I just wanted to jump in. Although the player's just been through a funnel reveal and denial and reward moment, they've just popped out and seen the temple and got a Vista reward. This also acts as the first overlook and allows the player to start initially planning where they want to go and start kind of feeling out some routes. Think I might see a way through that ruined village down in the valley.
Looks like coastline's already setting up.
But they don't know that the artifact's in the dome. So this is the first major sort of decision point for the player. It is a soft decision because the player can easily go back and come back down these paths or get to where they lead. But the player can choose between a short left path where they can clearly see the goal, but hopefully if they're feeling a little bit adventurous or sneaky, they can go down the right where I've tried to frame the river a little bit using the fallen log. And as they progress down there, they'll discover a new path that leads them up to the overlook, which is currently teased a bit now. Ah, shit. That's not going to be dry for a while. I gotta get through these guys before I can open up that gate. So, although the player has gotten an overlook higher up in the mountain, this one here provides a much clearer view of the various paths that the player can take, as well as lets them get a little closer to kind of work out the patrol paths much more clearly. So, the overlook highlights 3 main ways that the player can go. They can stick to the red bushes, which they now know provide stealth. There's islands of red bushes scattered throughout the encounter, making sure that the player has to risk something transitioning between the islands of safety and the bushes, but there's enough of them to make the player want to go for them. There's a lot of cover on either side of the river. There's a bit of a no man's land that the player knows that they have like a bit of a secure foothold on their side of the river, and that the AI will have to charge them across an open ground. Otherwise, they know that the river continues down to the right, so if they're remembering that, then they can take the right and then go get another overlook, which changes the perspective. It highlights that there is a way to climb around the side along the edge of the encounter where the pier is, and then get a cheeky, easy takedown, and then they can formulate a plan to go up the scaffolding, and then they're in the middle. They're in the middle of the combat encounter on the high ground, which is a very powerful position to be in. Not my first time grave robbing. Here I just wanted to add a little bit of, you know, bit of the wit and charm that Uncharted is known for, and to kind of like reinforce the interactivity of the world just by adding a little interactive moment that the player can discover.
I see you. Looks like there must be a way inside the temple nearby.
Wow, look at this place. It's huge. Looks like I'm gonna have to find a way up my own. The stairs are a no-go. Maybe I can lower these chandeliers to get across. There is just another one of the collectibles that the player can collect. I wanted to keep them few and far between because if this was going to be a level in a game, we wouldn't want to have one level just overflow them with artifacts. So usually it's around between 2 to 4, I think, per Uncharted level, possibly even just one. So this is just another bit to, you know, this been a long enough time. You had the little interactive moment in the graveyard. Now you get a little bonus collectible if you're still looking around and exploring, which hopefully I've taught you to do at this point. Just don't look down, just don't look down. Sully?
What is it, kid?
The artifact was never here, Sully. It's in that tower to the north.
Drake! That
This temple
artifact will
just
be
had a key.
mine! Drake, Ivanovich is on you. Get out of there now!
We've got him pinned down! Take him out! Oh shit!